Hi guys, holy cow, look who's back. Hi, if this is your first time here, my name is Kelly and my husband's name is Fonts, and welcome to our new normal. So guys, it's been quite a while since I've made a video. For any of you, for all of my whole 42 followers. My channel is just in its infancy, guys. I'm hoping to, change that this year. That's one of my goals for this year, is to grow my YouTube channel. For those of you who have been following me and my frizzy ends, I'm sorry. Like, all this makes sense inside my head. Trust me. I'm like, oh, look, squirrel. My ends are just a ball of frizz. I need my hair cut so bad. So bad. I just colored and like my ends were already bad enough, and now I just completely fried them. So yeah, I need my hair cut really bad. Anyhow, where was I going with this, people? Yes, for those of you who do follow and, for friends and family and whatnot, you're aware that I did lose my mom on December 27th. So, yeah, so I've taken a bit of a break. If you go back in my videos, I think it's 2 videos back, you will see a nice tribute video that I made to my mom, because there was no obituary for 14 days until after she passed. And let's just say that the obituary was not my responsibility. It was the POA's responsibility, who did a darn fine job of it. Let's just say that. I think 14 days after someone's passing, you might as well not bother now, really. I mean, it almost seems like it's an afterthought, and, something that you couldn't really be bothered to do. I know that on the website of the funeral home, my mom was cremated, so on the website of the funeral home where mom's cremation took place, there were people who had passed before her, whose obituaries were up. There was a lady who had an obituary the very next day, because it literally is a form that it's a standard form that you just fill in the names, so-and-so has passed, survived by, list the spouse, list the children, list the grandkids, fill in the blanks, basically. And then there's, from what I can recall, there's, I think, a space at the bottom where, in lieu of flowers, or, for those who want to make a donation to, the Canadian Cancer Society or the Heart and Stroke Foundation, whatever, you can put that in there. But it is a pretty standard thing, and it does take about 15 to 20 minutes to fill out, as long as you know all the names of your family members and how to spell them. Like, that's really all you need to know, right? It's not rocket science. So 2 full weeks went by. There was absolutely no obituary for my mother. There was no, there's nothing. There is to be a celebration of life in the spring, date yet to be determined, at which point, see, blah, at which point her ashes will be interned in the same cemetery where her parents and her sister are buried. So that is at a later date to be determined. Again, up here in our northern climes, it really depends on the weather. We could still have 4 feet of snow on the ground in April, or it could be absolutely gorgeous out. Pff, who knows, right? So it is yet to be determined. So I've been taking a break since that happened. Had a few pretty bad days. And mostly now just worried about my dad, because those of you who have followed me or know me at all know that my dad and I are just attached at the heartstrings, and I have my dad alarm on my phone every night at 7 o'clock precisely. My phone rings and I call my dad, and he's now living in assisted living, as he was not managing at home at all, and he certainly wasn't safe at home. And of course, Mom was very ill, and she was not able to help him much at all. So And he wasn't able to help her really much at all either. They're both, you know, in their 80s and unwell. So, yeah, so I call my dad every night at 7 o'clock, and some nights we only get maybe a 5-minute chat because, you know, one of his nurses shows up or whatever, and he has to let me go. Last night we chatted for 45 minutes about black bears. Life in the bush, people. Life growing up in the bush. So, yeah. And I did show you that video of the book that I had made for my dad for Christmas. He still has yet to receive that because I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen my dad since, gosh, I don't know, the end of November. Yeah, they live 2 hours away, and we have no snow tires on our car, and yeah, we just can't get there. So anyway, yeah, so I've been taking a break since then, pretty much, just trying to get myself together. And oh, look at me, don't I look like I'm together? Come on, people, jeez, look at this. Should be like one of those beauty guru videos. The thought has crossed my mind. Let me know in the comments below, because I'm 53 and I'm going to be 54 in October. Eeks, that's a startling thought. Let me know in the comments below if you would ever like to see me do a video. I'm pointing at you. Let me know if you would ever like to see me do a video of beauty products, and they'd have to be like drugstore products, because yeah, no, I'm not going to Sephora and yeah, okay, that's happening. Like, I have that kind of money. They would have to be like drugstore products. And there's certainly a lot out there. I mean, Oil of Olay makes an entire, you know, Regenerist line. Oh gosh, what else? I don't even know, because I know nothing about makeup, and I know nothing about, you know, that kind of stuff. But there certainly are a lot of options out there for the older, we can't say older, God, what an awful word. How about the more mature skin, shall we say? The stuff that started to wrinkle and sag, let's just put it that way, right? I've noticed that if you see me from the side, I don't have a double chin. I've never had a double chin in my life, but I have this little turkey waggle thingy going on here because I have loose skin. Like, just, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, what the hell, for going on 54, what do you want, right? You know, my eldest child's going to be 31 in April, so still waiting for grandbabies. Still waiting. But anyways, let me know. Holy gee, squirrel. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing me do a video about drugstore products or makeup or whatever for mature skin. And we can mess up we can mess up together, because I have no clue. Like, literally, like, I watch some of these you know, beauty gurus online, quite a few of them actually, because I find it like fascinating to watch how they can just put this mask on and they look like a completely different person. Nikki Tutorials, I love Nikki. And she will say, watch me put on my mask, people. Like, she's the first one to say, cake it on there. She likes it caked on. And she looks like a completely different person pre-makeup and post-makeup. But anyways, I'm not saying I'm going to get into all of that. They do all the contouring and the under eye baking and the crease cutting and the holy cow. But if you'd ever want to see me do a video on like skin products and makeup and whatnot for mature skin, shall we say, then do let me know in the comments down below. So today's video is, I don't really know. Today's video is just a hi chat. I'm still here. You know, trying to work towards 2018 is going to be our year, I think, please God, of working towards healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, in every possible way, because we have had a hella going on for 3 years. So, as you probably, if most of you know, if you've been watching, if you go way back to the very beginning of my videos, that my car accident happened on May 25th, 2015, and everything just went downhill from there. And in May again, the following year, on May 15th, 2016, my husband had 3 strokes in like under 10 minutes. So, Yeah. So we're both forced into early retirement. I was forced into early retirement at the age of 50 by the actions of someone else. And it's never going to be okay. And I don't really think, I don't really think I'm ever going to be okay with that. You know that? I really, really don't, because I miss my job so much. If I go to visit someone in hospital, or, visit someone in a nursing home or whatever, like when my mom was in hospital so much, I just want to like run around and do things, and my husband's like, don't touch anything, don't do anything, you can't do anything. But my instinct is, my mom says she's uncomfortable, so instead of me ringing for the nurse or her ringing or whatever, I'd rather just pull her up in the bed myself. That's my instinct. Do you know what I mean? Or get my husband to help me pull her up in the bed. I can't do that. Like, A, I physically cannot do that, and B, I don't work here. I'm not in my career anymore, and in doing that, I'm just going to injure myself anyway. So yeah, but it's like, oh, it's so hard for me not to just jump in there and throw on a pair of gloves and put her on the bedpan, and you know what I mean? Like, it just, whatever, like, it just comes second nature to me. And it's so hard to let that go. It's still there. It's just still there. So I think I was damn good at my job. I'd like to think that I was, and I hope that the girls that I worked with feel the same way. But yeah, I loved my job, and I really, really miss it. And it's never going to be okay that that was taken away from me. But the bottom line is that it was taken away, and that I got to move on. I got to move forward. I mean, I can't just sit here on the, this is where I sit. See this? See where I am? I'm in the corner of my couch. We're just going to do a little spinny, spinny, spinny. Don't mind the, newspaper on the couch. There's outside. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's my TV. I mean, this is basically where I am. Probably, well, it's either here or in bed, unless my husband and I manage to, if the roads are good enough and we have the gas money and whatnot, to drive into the next village, which is a 15-minute drive one way, 15-minute the next, so half an hour driveway, to go get a Timmy's. The only time I really ever leave this spot is to go to bed, or go to the bathroom, or go, make something to eat, or get something to eat, make when we're making dinner or whatever together. Or we leave the house for doctor's appointments only, because A, we can't afford it. We can't afford to just go willy-nilly driving around. B, we don't have snow tires on our car, as I said, again, because we can't afford it. And C, because the weather's just shit, and, yeah. So yeah, so here I sit in my little spot. And that's it. So I don't know, we gotta, this year is working on getting our lives back together, hopefully. As far as my health goes, I have literally an entire team of healthcare professionals, starting with my family doctor. I have a pain specialist, I have a sleep specialist, I have a psychiatrist, I have a psychologist, I have a massage therapist, I have a physiotherapist, I have an osteopath, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Oh no, maybe that is it. Maybe I do only have 8 medical professionals that take care of me. Then I also have my lidocaine infusions. I have the third one is coming up now, February 5th. And she's upped the amount of lidocaine that they're going to give me, and that kind of makes me nervous. But I'll talk to her about it. I see her on Monday, actually. I go for my pain shots again. And if y'all want to see what that looks like, there's a pain shot video back in my videos. So there's, go have a look at that. As long as you're not squeamish or weirded out or grossed out by needles, because if you are, don't watch it, because you won't be able to watch it. My husband was like, hey, I'm trying to film this, and He's not, I mean, he's not a complete weenie about needles, but he's not a fan of watching, needles this long, 30 to 40 of them being stabbed in his wife's neck and back. So she starts at my hairline. Actually, she starts right here, right on the side of my neck, and then works back around well, does here, and then she starts basically at the bottom of your hairline, right at the very, very top of your neck, like C1, and works her way down and out as she goes. So it's a lot of needles. But anyway, go for my needles Monday. Kind of looking forward to it because I've been in quite a bit of pain. And a lot of my pain is attributed to sitting. This is what I do. This is my life, peeps. I sit. And I watch TV, and I play on my phone, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And lately I've become absolutely obsessed with Pink. Don't ask me why. I've always liked Pink. Loved Pink. I love her voice. God, that woman's got a set of pipes. But for some reason, well, her new video, the new song, What About Us? God, I love that. But then I just started like binge watching Pink videos. I have no idea why. She's inspiring. But yeah, so a lot of my pain and stiffness and soreness is attributed to the fact that I can't do anything. And I really can't. I mean, I can't. In terms of exercise, all I really can do is my 30 minutes every morning of restorative yoga, which I have not been able to do for, gosh, way back before. I'm going to say a good 2.5 to 3 months since I've done any yoga whatsoever. My yoga socks, which are the socks with the little rubber bitties on them, you know what I mean? The non-skid, no slip, whatever socks. My yoga socks finally gave up the ghost. I had worn them for so long and washed them so many times that the little nibby things on the bottom lost their nibbiness. What is the word? Their grippiness. That's the word. I was gonna say sticky, and I thought, no, that's not right. Their grippiness. So I might as well have had nothing on my foot or just a regular sock. And I don't know about you, but my ass sweats when I do yoga because I get into it, right? And I'm not doing hot yoga. It's just you sweat when you do yoga. Like, I don't know, I do. But anyway, the bottoms of my feet get, damp because you're sweating. And I am on my yoga mat, but it doesn't matter. It's like certain poses, like you're in Warrior 1, Warrior 2, whatever, and anybody who does yoga knows what I mean by those poses. But if that back leg slips out from underneath you, we are looking at a fractured hip or a dislocated pelvis, or we're looking at an injury. For me, I mean, I am 53.5 years old. I am postmenopausal. I'm sure I have some level of osteoporosis because I'm a woman and I'm postmenopausal and 53. Yeah, I don't want to risk I don't want to risk the risk. Does that make sense? That didn't make any sense, didn't it? I don't want to run the risk, take the risk of, see here, I'm word searching. This is my brain. Of injuring myself when so far, I mean, I've already been through more than enough. Thank you very much. So in terms of that, I need to have the money to buy new yoga socks, which I don't, because all of this, the car accident, and of course my husband taking Illinois, has been financially devastating for us. So yeah. So anyway, not going to get into like dollars and cents and stuff, but let's just say, I mean, just think about it, people. If, you're a couple, there's the two of you, you have no kids, your kids are all grown and gone, it's just the two of you, and you both work full-time jobs, 40 plus hours a week, you both make decent money. I mean, he made, double the money I made. Well, maybe not double, but we both made fairly decent money. And I mean, we didn't have money to burn. We weren't running off on vacations and cruises, and not that I have any interest in cruises or any of that tropical destination-y thing. But no, not running off on trips, not doing, there certainly wasn't money to burn or money to throw around by any means, but we were comfortable. We were comfortable. And then to have all of that just taken away from you, where both of you, like first it was me that couldn't work, and then it was Fonts that couldn't work, and then we're both retired now. by our various, me by the accident, he by the strokes. So from our various health conditions. So it is, think of the financial impact. Any one of you out there, think of the financial impact that that would have on you, or have on your family if you had kids. What would you do? Because most Canadians, sorry, like the average Canadian lives literally paycheck to paycheck. You know, hopefully comfortably, hopefully you're comfortably living paycheck to paycheck, but not too many people have a whole lot of money to play with, right? There's the odd ones that do, but most people do live literally paycheck to paycheck. So imagine having just one of those paychecks suddenly not be there anymore, and to be, you know, getting from your car insurance company literally half of what you made when you worked. So yes, I was getting some money, but it was half of what I made, so it was a struggle. And then have the second paycheck then, you know, disappear due to health conditions. So yeah, I'm not going to get, like I say, not going to get into dollars and cents, and I really shouldn't even be getting this deep into discussing finances, but you know, just think about it, because it's there goes my hand again. Just think about it, because it is really financially devastating. So anyhow, this is our year, please God, to you know, get ourselves back together. Hopefully this is a year of healing, mind, body, spirit, soul, money, the whole 9 yards. So really all I can do is yoga. There, that's where I was going. I was going there, wasn't I? Is yoga. And I haven't been able to do it in a really long time. I need new yoga socks. I need the money for yoga, whatever. We'll get around to that. So that and walking. And because I haven't been able to do my yoga, I have one hell of a hitch in my get along. My lower right back is now so bad that I'm limping quite heavily when I walk. I've certainly seen people kind of glance at me, like if we're in the grocery store or something, and I'm limping along and I'm holding on to my husband or holding on to the cart or whatever, because I need something to help me balance. And I've certainly seen people look kind of, you know, people give you a look like, oh my gosh, look at that poor lady. Did she, like, hurt her leg? Did she, you know, is she recovering from a broken ankle or something? Like, why is she limping like that? Yeah, and that's why, people. And yeah, so walking with this limp is really, really difficult. And the only way to get rid of the limp is, well, through all my medical treatments, and also through, when I'm doing my yoga, my limp is less pronounced, definitely less pronounced. I have a little more flexibility, yeah, I just feel better when I'm doing my yoga. So of course, it being, you know, well, today's not all that bad of a day out, but, you know, it's winter, because it's Canada, and it's January, so it's really, icy, snowy, there, see, just covered the camera lens, good going, Cal. That's my signature move, you know, that is my signature move. Yeah, here, let me just fix this. Yeah, I'm so bad at that. So, or for that. Anyway, so yeah, so walking. Being this time of year, it's very snowy, it's very icy, it's very slippery. Even to go for a walk, I wouldn't go for a walk by myself. For my husband and I to go for a walk together, it's way too slippery. And I am so petrified of slipping and falling, because if I do, I'm probably going to injure myself quite badly, and I'm already injured enough. There's enough damage done to my neck and my spine and my broken tailbone and all that other jazz from the accident. The last thing I need to do is hit my head, because I think young Charlie here would probably not appreciate a head injury either. Well, I've already got brain injury from the accident, plus a brain tumor, so yeah, anyway. Y'all know that if you've been watching the videos, but so anyway, at some point in the game here, I'm trying to look forward. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to change my mindset, think of ways to, we've already gone through all of the bad stuff that's happened, right? All of the, from the day of the accident, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I showed you in the very first videos of this channel, like the preface video and the this is who we were, you know, the next 2 or 3 videos after that are this is who we were in the life before this, right? I almost named this channel that, in the life before this, but then I thought I'll name it Our New Normal, the one phrase that I effing hated, that I heard a million times. Kelly, this is your new normal now, dear, and you're just going to have to learn how to adapt. I wanted to throat punch people. I heard that so many times. And then I thought, why not name the channel that? Just because it bugs me. But anyway, where am I going, guys? I'm getting, like, lost now again. See, this is my brain. This is my brain. This is my brain injuries. Cheers. It's, not caused from the brain tumor. My tumor is not in any way responsible for my word searching or memory issues or my ability to stay on track when I'm talking. It all makes sense inside my head. Trust me, it all makes sense inside my head. Like, expect 17 different conversations with 9 side conversations going on at the same time. In my head, makes perfect sense. You guys are going, huh? The hell is this woman talking about? Anyway, okay, so this is our year to hopefully start looking towards healing everything. Mind, body, soul, financial. I know I've already said that. Yeah, so here we go. I hope to, from now on, I hope to start posting a lot more, you know, positive, happier stuff. I know I keep saying I'm vegan and not veganish. I am vegan. The only thing, here's my guilty pleasure. Do you guys see this? Do you see the fact that obviously this is coffee and obviously has something in it that looks suspiciously like cow's milk? What? Sorry, what? Yes, this is cow's milk in my coffee. Is that not awful? Like, holy vegan fail. That is the only thing. The only thing. I haven't had dairy or meat or gluten for, oh gosh, how long has it even been now? Like 7 or 8 months. Christmas time, I just filled my plate full of all the high glycemic root vegetables, no gravy, obviously, a little bit of vegan margarine on there, and, you know, that was it. Bob's your uncle, I was happy as a clam. Still doing my shakes, although not every day. Like, I really gotten off track with that. So I need to get back on track with my protein shakes, with my, I'm still sticking to my vegan diet and loving it, and will not go back for anything. I've tried meat twice. I'll be honest with you. I've tried meat twice. My husband makes the most wicked, kick-ass homemade turkey soup that you've ever had in your life, with all the leftovers from, like, a holiday meal, whether it's, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever. This stuff should be, like, bottled and sold worldwide, and we'd be super rich. It is amazing, and I did try some back before Christmas. It was before Christmas, and it was the one that he had made from Thanksgiving dinner. And I took a couple of spoonfuls of it, and I picked out every visible piece of meat that I could see, but it still is, it's turkey soup, but there's salt meat in there too, and you newfies out there were going to understand the salt meat thing. Basically, it's cured, salt-cured beef. It's called salt beef or salt meat. You buy it in a bucket. It's a newfie thing. So it's got that in it, and turkey, obviously. So it's like, it's a turkey-based soup. Like, the broth is yellowish, you know what I mean? I took 1 or 2 bites of it, and I didn't want to be insulting to my husband, because he knows that before I became vegan, I love his turkey soup. And I said to him, it had been in the freezer, like, for a while, like a month or more. And I said to him, I said, does this taste okay to you? Like, it kind of tastes funny. It tastes like it's gone off. Like, it tastes sour, almost. Do you know what I mean? Like meat that's gone bad. Gag. And he's like, no, no, it's fine, it's fine. And he's just, spooning her in. And I couldn't eat mine, and I gave my bowl to him. I was like, here, I'm gonna go have salad because I can't eat this. It just, I don't know. I hope you're not sick later, because to me, this tastes like it's gone bad. I'm not kidding. Like, it doesn't taste right. But anyways, he was like, nah, it's fine. And he ate the whole, the whole bloody pot. And was fine, was not sick, because why? There's nothing wrong with the turkey soup. It's me. It's because I haven't eaten meat in so long that if I do take a taste of meat, it tastes bad. So then another thing was, a friend of ours brought us some bottles of mousse from Newfoundland. And if there's one thing that I would dive head first off the vegan wagon for, it is mousse and crab legs. So anyway, yeah, so we had this bottle of mousse from Newfoundland. Once it's bottled, it's pressure cooked. It's boiled for like 4 hours, I think it is. I've never done it myself. I've never bottled mousse myself. So correct me, somebody, one of my sisters-in-law or something out there, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that it's, you put all your mousse in you cut it up in cubes, in chunks. You put it in a mason jar, you seal it, tighten it, whatever. You put it in a pressure cooker or in just a regular, I think it has to be a pressure cooker. Anyways, it's cooked for 4 hours. And then when those lids go snap, then you're done, right? So anyways, basically the meat is already cooked. You take it out, you dump it in a frying pan with some butter and some cut up onion, and boil some potatoes, make a bit of a gravy with it, and you have mousse and boiled potato, or mashed potato, and gravy and mousse and onion, and it's like a non-vegan's to die for heaven. So we had these couple bottles of mousse, and Font said the one night, ooh, I forgot about that mousse that we have. You want to have mousse? And I'm like, why are you asking me if I want mousse? It's like, honey, your wife's a vegan. I have been for like since the beginning of last summer. And he's like, yeah, but you'll have a taste of mousse, won't you? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll try a little piece just because it's mousse and I love mousse. And so we did. We cooked it up, sat down. I think I put one piece in my mouth, and I was like, oh God, like I couldn't even keep it in my mouth. It was going to make me gag, and I had to spit it. I literally spit it out into my hand, and I was like, what is wrong with this? And he's like, nothing. Why? And of course he's just forking her in there, and I said, honey, stop for a second. And he's like, what? And I said, it tastes bad. It tastes like it's gone bad. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with it. It tastes fine. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't even swallow that first. I put it in my mouth and I spit it right back out. It tastes to me like it had gone off, like it was tasted sour, if that makes any sense to you at all. Like meat that's gone off or is starting to go off, and you probably shouldn't eat it because you're going to get E. coli and drop dead, right? But no, he ate the whole bottle of mousse. He was fine. Why? Because there was nothing wrong with the mousse. It's my taste buds have changed so much, and I think my brain has changed so much that I don't want to eat that meat because I'm a vegan. So little slip-ups here and there, like at Christmas time. One moment, we're going to